Hello, my name is William Gladstone. I'm a literary agent and an author, and today we're doing a short segment, Adventures in Healing. I had an incident of gout last week. It's a hereditary problem I've never had before. My father suffered from gout. It's rumored that gout is an aristocratic illness from drinking too much wine and eating too much red meat. That may or may not be true, but I can tell you it's one of the most painful illnesses I've ever suffered. Came back from playing golf last Wednesday, and my foot, for no reason at all, just started swelling up. By Thursday, I was in so much pain, I literally could not move. Just touching it was extremely painful. Fortunately, I'm connected with all kinds of healers. I did go to my traditional Western doctor. He said, "Bill, it's too bad you didn't come in yesterday because I didn't get to him until Friday. It's too late to know whether you have actual gout or pseudo-gout." The difference is that actual gout has to do with acid from your urinary system, and pseudo-gout has to do with crystallization that is created through calcium. Either way, what it is you have crystals that actually attack your joint. And I'll show you the foot. It's almost healed. I'll show you how it almost healed. It was 3 times this size, and I couldn't do this on Thursday and Friday. I could not touch it. It was in so much pain. He said, "Look, Bill, it's really too bad. There's nothing I can do because the cure is different depending upon which illness it is, and we have to lance it to find out, and we can only do that in the first 24 hours. So take some Advil, good luck." So when I went home, my wife called my good friend Marissa, who's also an intuitive healer. And so let's ask Marissa, what did you do and how did you do it when you were told that I was suffering from gout?
Okay, let me see, let me try and remember. Well, first of all, I had no idea what gout was. I can see energy and I can see the systems within the body, but I'm not very educated on all of the different diseases and things like that. So I believe that Gail had just said that you had that you were down and out, you'd been feeling sick, and that your foot hurt. So I went into my usual kind of ceremony that I do before I healing. I called in his guides, I called in his higher self, and then scanned his body. And what was really interesting was, if you can kind of imagine looking at like a mannequin or something like that, what I see in my head is kind of like a mannequin, and then a light will shine over the part of the body that needs the healing. And it shined on your lower back. So
on my lower back?
Yeah, on your lower back. And
my lower back wasn't hurting at all. It was all right here.
Exactly, exactly. So I went, okay, well, I must be rusty. I've taken a month off. I just had a baby. Maybe I'm seeing the wrong thing. So I called in his higher self. I called in your guides and said, "Are you guys sure? Are you sure you want me to heal the lower back?" And they actually came in, and the visual that I got was something that looked like bubble wrap. I saw something that looked like bubble wrap, and I saw these amazing guides and angels come in with this huge thing that was probably the size of this part of the couch, and they came in with this and then showed that they were wrapping it around you, wrapping it around him right here. And then as soon as that happened, I started to see black stuff shoot out of your foot, like it was releasing energy out of the foot by having this area wrapped. And then I said, okay, well, I guess if I was wrong, I was wrong. If I was right, I was right. And then I talked to your wife the next morning, and she had said that you were starting to feel a little bit better. And then I really didn't think about it until just now when you were showing me.
Well, what happened is after Marissa did her intervention, I got a phone call from my good friend, Dr. Master Shah. He does what he calls soul healing, and he does it through calligraphy now. He actually creates these calligraphies, and he's gotten to the point where he'll create custom calligraphies for a specific illness. I'm working on a project with him on a new book, and when he found out that I had this situation, he immediately volunteered to give me a soul operation. And we've actually recorded it. It's about 2 minutes. And part of what he did is he created this calligraphy on the spot. He did it where he was located in Toronto, and he emailed it to me, and I printed it out. And what he told me to do was to take this and to wrap it around my foot, and he gave me a code, and it didn't make any sense to me. The code was 222121. He said, repeat this code a dozen times, 10 times, 20 times, as many times as you can, and the gout will start to heal. Well, I was in so much pain that even though I was completely skeptical, I did it. And much to my absolute amazement, within hours, literally within hours, the amount of pain went from a 10 to about a 2. Now, I'm not 100% healed. It's still, as you can see, a little bit puffy, but compared to what it was, it's as good as healed. Now, I'm a practical person. I'm a Yale graduate, Harvard graduate, studied medical anthropology. There's part of me, well, you know, these incidents, on average, 7 to 10 days, they run their course. But it was a lot faster than 7 days, and it was amazing that it was so in sync with Dr. Shah's remote healing and with using this calligraphy. And when I showed Marissa this calligraphy, she was amazed. She has no background, she's never heard of Dr. Shah before, and this calligraphy isn't even the same calligraphy Dr. Shah was doing a year ago. It's a new kind of calligraphy. And what impression did that calligraphy?
So I saw this and went, this is the bubble wrap. So my mind, and for this is the way it is for most healers who are clairvoyant, is your mind's going to grab onto an image that resembles something the most. So I've never seen this. I've never seen this calligraphy. It's probably, he probably just randomly does different calligraphy for everyone. He probably doesn't have a setup thing. So yeah, there's no way I've ever seen this. And this is what I saw. I saw this big, huge sheet with all these little bubbles on it, but my mind read it as bubble wrap. It's bubble wrap. And they were wrapping it around this area. After we found out that it was gout, my mom is a registered nurse, so of course she's online looking up gout, and she found that a lot of it's released through the urinary system and stuff like that. So that's actually the area that the guides were wrapping, was this area, to try and get the energy moving so that it would be released from down here. But I just saw this, and it's just so amazing to see that they were talking about his calligraphy healing him before I even knew that it existed.
Well,
you know,
and before, because I believe you
this,
did your healing before the interaction with Dr. Shah, so you saw the future. You saw what was about to happen. And I'm pretty much in awe, because it really is quite a great relief here. And what also I'm in awe of is what you described just a few minutes ago of the black energy coming out is what Dr. Shah described as what he was doing when he was doing the surgery. He explained that he was taking the black energy out of that specific area on my foot.
Oh my gosh.
And you didn't know that, and he doesn't even know you exist. So this is true adventures in healing. I don't recommend anyone serve as a guinea pig. I'm going to ask, and I don't know if you can do it instantly or you need to go into a state, but I'm actually curious, why did this happen to me? I mean, we can look at it from a Western medical point of view. Well, it happened because of the genes you have and this, that, and the other. But I have to believe there's a higher purpose why this happened. Hopefully it has something to do with communicating some information for a higher purpose than just my relief here. Certainly, I did not seek this out. I hope I never have another bout of gout again. But ask the guides, why at this particular moment in time, out of nowhere, am I having this episode?
First of all, your dad just came in and says you need to slow down. Let's see here. Let's get one of your higher self or your guides. So they're coming in and they're saying that. Let me see here. Let me just channel them. It's a lot easier than trying to explain what. Oh, we've got about 19 different beings in here wanting to talk. All good. All good. We bring about change. We bring about change to the physical body. We bring about change, whether it is quote-unquote good or quote-unquote bad to the physical body, to bring about a shift in consciousness, a shift in awareness, and a shift in being. As one travels through life, one may not bring certain energies together, certain thoughts together until one experiences these things. For understand and know that you are brought into this pain to learn how to get out of this pain. You are brought into this pain to learn how and see and understand and know and develop the eye for the ability to see and know and understand that one can be healed not only by the mind, but one can be healed by another's mind. For many people will say mind over matter, mind over matter, mind over matter, mind over matter. And many people will say, I cannot heal myself. I am saying I want myself healed, and I'm putting it in my mind that I want it healed, but I cannot heal myself, because there is sometimes when one must go to another, and another must use the mind power that they have of tuning into that which is the source within, using this mind power and healing another person. For each individual on this planet can heal themselves, but there are many limiting belief patterns that will say, no, you cannot heal yourself. That doesn't make any sense. There is no pill that you have taken. There is no lance that has cut this open and pushed this energy out physically. This cannot be released on its own. This cannot be released on its own. So understanding that, yes, you truly are the skeptic of skeptics. The skeptic, the intellectual skeptic, the one that says, this does not make sense, this does not compute, I will not allow this through my consciousness. So we must come in and say, you have gout, this hurts, and now we must say, you are healed, so that you will understand and see the beauty of that which is the energy realm, and that which is what it can do to the physical beings on the planet at this time. For you are going to be a part of bringing healing to this planet, and you must understand the healing in order to fully comprehend and understand how to bring it to others. So yes, this was about an experience. This was about this moment. This was about the moment that you had wrapping the paper with the calligraphy around the foot and thinking to yourself, this is the stupidest thing I have ever done. If anybody could see me right now, they would just think that I was a whack job. They would just think I was completely insane. You know what? I'm just not even going to mention it ever again, because it's not going to work. And then it worked. And now you're mentioning it on camera for other people to see. So know and understand that this was for the experience, and you are seeing now firsthand how healing can work. Because yes, this would have taken 11 extra days to heal, and there would have been complications. There would have been complications within the small pinky toe, for this would have been thrown off balance, and the leg would have began to hurt, and the knee would have began to bother you. So know that this healing has taken place so that you can see and understand that it works.
I am very grateful for this experience. I would actually like my wife Gail just to get on camera for a second, because she needs to provide the testimony, because it's not just, I mean, you guys out there don't know me. I mean, I have no fat in the fire, as they say, no dog in the hunt. I don't have any reason to promote this kind of healing. I mean, part of me is just completely skeptical. But my wife, who is more open to these kinds of healings, observed the excruciating pain that I was in. And I just would like her to comment on what truly, to me, as the experience of it, can only be described as a miracle.